Good afternoon, people. This is your girl from Mel's Mat Chat, and this is your Mel's Mat Chat episode 297. How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a great Friday. I'm just busy as fuck this weekend. Oh my God. Seriously, tomorrow I have a birthday party for two people at the same time. My cousin and her daughter, they are both born on the same day. So I have to do that. Plus, I have to go see my son tomorrow morning. And I think after that, I'm done. I'm hopefully done, but I don't know what's going on with my grandmother's birthday, which is going to be legitimately in like 20 days. So it's going to be crazy, but you know what? It is what it is. That's the whole thing in the nutshell. It's absolutely crazy this weekend, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So I am hoping that you guys are going to have something to do this weekend and whatnot, and hopefully that um, things are going to be just peachy this weekend. We have Money in the Bank tomorrow. I will going to be trying to go live tonight. Um, right after SmackDown. So you're going to get a preview and predictions, and you're going to get legitimately, we're going to go over SmackDown and Monday Night Raw because it's the go home show and it's the preview and prediction. So as soon as SmackDown goes off the air, I'm going to be on here and we're going to talk SmackDown and we're going to talk Money in the Bank and Monday Night Raw. And I'm going to give you my picks for Money in the Bank. Now, programming note that, I'm going to be watching it because I'm bringing my tablet with me or my phone, or just watch it on my phone. I will be watching Money in the Bank. It's just that I won't be like if I don't hear it all. You got to give me a little leeway due to the fact is that I will be at a party. So as soon as I get home tomorrow night, I will be tweeting at the time of the review, and I will be doing it as soon as I get home. So I live, live. Come and join me. So that will be that. So I'm gonna definitely go live because I have to. I have to. I don't want to put up a video early in the morning and then you'll have it and then I could just keep pushing it out until what's his fate what's until Money in the Bank is ready to go and commence. Because I'm actually gonna be actually on my way to my cousin's house for the birthday. So I'm not going to be able to do it when I get home. Obviously, even if I did, I couldn't do a preview and predictions. So this is why I'm going to go live, and it's going to make things a lot easier for me. I'm not going to be able to keep you along today because of due to the fact is that I'm only going to be covering last week's SmackDown and this week's Dynamite, and then that's it. Everything else is ready for the following week. So it's going to be a quick thing, and we have um, we have a little insight of what is it on Dynamite when we get to it. I'm going to give you a little fun facts about the whole situation with um, Jack Perry. If you guys don't know, Jack Perry is the son of what's his name, Luke Perry from 90210. So if you didn't know, now you know. Okay. So I'm gonna give you a little factoid with that. Also, when we do the preview and predictions, you're gonna get my picks, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm giving you my picks. Okay. Well, we had the Fallout show from Forbidden Door. We also are going to be covering last week's SmackDown, so I can get you all prepped for tonight. And that's pretty much it. I'm hoping not to be on here very long, but if it is, it is. But I'm going to try to stay under about 45 minutes so I can get you out of here and everything like that. But anywho, please do me a favor if you want to support me and support the things that I use, and go check out my friends over at Harry's.com. Visit their website for all your toiletry and shaving that you shaving necessities. Do me a favor, please go check out my Astro Classics at myastroclassics.com. If you have a beard, you can get all your beard essentials right there, one stop, non-stop shop. Please do me a favor, go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com, and go and check out the spring water, the unflavored sparkling water, the sparkling flavored water, and iced tea. So go check them out at liquiddeath.com. If you need an extra pick me up for your coffee in the morning, please go check out Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. The coffee over there is righteous, and I'm not kidding. It is really fucking good. Do me a favor, in August 18th, High Intensity 10 is coming for HOG Wrestling House of Glory. We have two big names that are going to be appearing, and it's Hiroshi Tanahashi from New Japan and Eddie Kingston from Ring of Honor's AEW, whatever. It's AEW, but it's also Ring of Honor. So go and check that out. If you want to see the show in person, please go check out their website at hogwrestling.net. And if you want to watch it on TV, go check out Premiere app, and you pay as much as you pay for a Peacock Network subscription for the premium. Okay, we're going to go into Dynamite, and then Monday I'm going to get you. I should really do SmackDown, but I want to have that later so I can get you. It's more refreshed and everything like that. If anybody has picked up the game Fight Forever, a lot of those I've seen still pictures. A lot of them that Ukes did them dirty. I'm serious. It doesn't look. I looked at fucking goddamn Hangman Adam Page. It didn't even look a fucking stick like him. So I don't know. I just don't understand. You know. All right, Dynamite was taking place on the first Ontario Center in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. We started off with the Stone Pitbull Tomohiro Ishii versus Death Rider John Moxley with the Blackpool Combat Club. Oh God, great stuff as always, Mike. It's great game though gameplay. Wait, it's a great game though the gameplay is great. That's really good. I'm happy about that. I'm not a video game situation. So, but I can appreciate the what goes on there, like how you play it and everything like that. I haven't played a video game since I'm 11 and I'm 41. I am not going to comment on that genre of entertainment because I don't know, and that's basically would be unfair. But hey, you're having a blast with it, and you're that's what it's all about, having a blast. Do you and you know what, if I if I were to be like your mates or your spouses or anything like that, I'm telling you, as a woman, that is like a godsend sometimes. He could be up your ass, or she could be up your ass, and you need a little time. Honey, do me a favor. I already set some snacks, some sodas, and whatever you eat and drink, whatever. Go play your video game. That means I get the nice TV. That means I get to have the living room, and everybody's a winner. I don't understand women or mates in general when it comes to this. Let your spouse, let your mate, let your partner, whatever, go play video games. Because guess what's going to happen? You're going to be into something, right? So if he or she or they, whatever, the human being who loves playing video games is playing video games, and you're doing your thing, it's called, when you get back together, the greatest sex on planet Earth. I'm going to highly recommend it. Let them play video games, because guess what's going to happen? you say to your mate, like, hey, you did play video games the past 5 nights. I'm kind of horny and I need you to fuck the shit out of me. That your mate is going to give it to you and it's going to either pussy you down or dick you down, and that is the end of it. Now, it's also a bonus if you also take part, then you can have sex while you're playing the video game. Just be prepared if you're online. Try not to get into it if you're going to do that. I just heed my warning. Heed my warning. Okay. Um Anywho, thanks, Mike, for coming into my chat. I appreciate it. Um, let's get into the first match that was on Dynamite, and then get you into SmackDown from last week, and I'm going to get you out of here. It's going to be very simple today. Thank praise Jesus. Next week, it's going to be a full show due to the fact is we're going to have is it next week? No, the week after. That's when we're going to have the whole entire, all the programs. Okay, so be prepared. Okay. So as I told you, Tomohiro Ishii versus Jon Moxley. They went right at it, exchanging heavy fire with vicious chops. This is a proverbial smash mouth deal, said Taz. Ishii took down Mox with an exploded shoulder tackle. Mox chomped on Ishii's face, then grinned. Moxley stomped down on Ishii and his boots. Oh, I'm sorry. This is there. Stomped down on Ishii with his boots. He tossed Ishii to the outside with Claudio and Wheeler looming over Ishii. Moxley wiped out Ishii with a elbow tope suicida. Eddie Kingston's music hit. Kingston came down to the ring, grabbed a steel chair. This place has come unglued, said Excalibur. Moxley spiked Ishii with a Gotch-style pile driver for a near fall. Kingston watched from the outside the ring. Moxley locked in the bulldog choke. Claudio was staring daggers across the ring at Kingston. Ishii got to his feet and hit back suplex. He clotheslined Moxley. Moxley fired fired back with a charging knee strike. Both men connected with lariats, and both men fell to the canvas. This is a battle. This is a war, as we expected said Excalibur. The fans are chanting, "This is awesome! This is awesome!" Moxley busted open, traded headbutts with Ishii. Moxley planted Ishii with the paradigm shift for a near fall. Ishii answered with his own paradigm shift, and then turned Moxley around with a wicked lariat. Moxley crushed Ishii with a cutter, but Ishii bounced right back up. Moxley countered a brainbuster attempt with a Death Rider. Ishii kicked at it too. Moxley nailed Ishii with a curb stomp. Seth Rollins followed up with a Death Rider and pinned Tomohiro Ishii. Claudio and Wheeler taunted Kingston after the match. Moxley walked out of the ring and brushed past Kingston. Kingston clapped his hands and said, "Good job. You didn't need the Blackpool Combat Club. You did it yourself." Renee Paquette was backstage to interview Adam Cole. Cole pulled up in an SUV. A moment later, AEW World Champion MJF pulled up in another. MJF said, "Congratulations on getting sick for Forbidden Door. I think me and you got off the wrong page. Obviously, you weren't good enough to beat me for the Triple B, but nobody is on the level with the Devil. Just imagine what we could be capable of as a team. So how about me and you bond a bit this week? Hop in my car." Adam, "Sure, I'm going to go and say hello to a few people first." Renee Paquette confronted Moxley and asked him what's going on out there with Kingston. Kingston, "I got your back, Mox. You're with Claudio." Moxley, "Who cares about some Chikara BS between the two of you from years ago?" Renee, "Enough, Eddie. You better fix this. I'm done." So now Renee Paquette is involved in this fucking storyline now. Trios match. AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy, Keith Lee, and El Helio del Vikingo versus the Jericho Appreciation Society, Daniel Garcia, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker. So Vikingo hit a springboard arm drag to Garcia. Orange and Parker tagged in for their own respective teams. Orange took away Parker's switchblade combo and put it in his pocket. Garcia stole the comb back. Vikingo connected with a double foot stomp and then shooting star press on Garcia. Garcia distracted the ref while Magic snuck in some cheap shots on El Helio del Vikingo. Parker suplexed Vikingo for a 2 count. Keith Lee tagged in and cleaned house on the JAS. One man assault team here, Tony Schiavone. Keith Lee blasted Garcia with a double overhand chop. Keith picked up Vikingo and used him as a battering ram against Menard and Parker. Garcia countered the beach break with a pile driver. Garcia locked on the Dragon Tamer, but Vikingo made the save. Daddy Magic bludgeoned Keith Lee with shots, but Keith powered slam Menard in the middle of the ring and pinned him. Thankfully that he's come to his senses and he has dyed his hair black again. It looks so much better. It looks younger. It looks more fresh. And I know that he was doing that because he wasn't in WWE anymore and he wasn't told to do it. He did it himself. But come on, when you got fucking Mia Yim as your wife. It looks like you're like 60 and she's 20 and it don't look right. Come on. Make yourself look good. You're on fucking TV. You know, I have gray hair. It doesn't look it now because guess what I did? I dyed my hair. And it looks good. I mean, it's because it's so curly. I usually would like to have it straight, but it's too humid out. I'm not doing that and wasting all that time until the humidity goes. This is staying. So we have the Hangman, Adam Page, and the Young Bucks were backstage earlier in the day. Page said that they had a trios open challenge tonight. The Dark Order interrupted them, and John Silver said the Dark Order wanted to accept the challenge. You abandoned us for them, and now you're sorry, asked Evil Uno. Alex Reynolds, we are your friends when you were at your lowest moments, but tonight we are your opponents. Renee Paquette was backstage with Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho. Jericho, for the first time ever, just a few days ago at Forbidden Door, Chris Jericho and Sting were in the ring together, but Jericho and Sting should be on TBS. Sting, you said that you wanted one more time with Chris Jericho. Sting, tonight you get your nightmare. I'm going to go deep inside myself. Let's bring out the Painmaker. Sting, you know about being dark when your back is against the wall. You want to get dirty? Sting, let's get dirty. Here's your chance. Sting, you get the time you want with the Painmaker. We had a lot of trios matches and a lot of like tag that night, which is great. I love it, but Jesus Christ. So, we have the Elite, Hangman Adam Page, the Young Bucks, Nick Jackson versus the Dark Order, Alex Reynolds, John Silver, and Evil Uno. A lot of bad feelings were here because the Dark Order thought they were there for Adam Page when no one else was, says Tony Schiavone. John Silver and Hangman tied up. Hangman took down Silver with a side headlock. Evil Uno and Matt Jackson tagged in. Uno took a shot at Hangman, who was standing on the apron. The Bucks used their tandem offense on Silver and Reynolds. The Bucks superkicked Evil Uno, knocking him out of the ring. Nick and Matt took to the skies, jumping from the top turnbuckle to the Dark Order on the arena floor. Matt Jackson barked at Adam Page, "Get your head in this match." Hangman is so conflicted, tagging out to Nick Jackson, noted Excalibur. Evil Uno slapped Page in the face. Page had enough, and he and Evil Uno slugged it out. The Dark Order gained some momentum on the Elite with a combo offense. Matt Jackson saved Page from a pendulum bomb. Page took Silver out with, Page rocked Silver with a lariat. Page went for a buckshot lariat, but Silver countered for a near fall. Hangman nailed Silver with a deadeye. The Bucks then followed up with a BTE trigger, finished off Silver with a buckshot lariat, and pinned him. After the match, the Blackpool Combat Club descended upon the ring and attacked the Elite. The Dark Order walked away, not helping the Elite. Mox hit Page with a screwdriver. The friendship has to be completely dissolved now, said Tony Schiavone. Eddie Kingston sprinted to the ring, but Claudio blasted him with a steel chair. Moxley this has been a real blast, but it's about time it came to an end. So all we have to push each other to our limits, and now we push even more. So July 19th, Boston, TD Garden, just like someone said, blood and guts. It's going to be at the Garden. It's going to be at the TD Garden, because there's only one garden in this neck of the woods, and it's Madison Square Garden. I have a feeling Mercedes Moné is going to be there. It just lines up. It's enough to give her for her ankle to heal. In the back, we have Roderick Strong met Adam Cole backstage. Strong told Cole not to trust MJF. My boys, my Bubba boys. Oh, I miss the Undisputed Era. It's a shame that they're not together like they should be on Raw or SmackDown, but that's neither here nor there. Cole agreed with Strong. MJF approached them and told Cole to get in the SUV. Party time, let's go, said MJF. And here we go. I'm going to read the segment, and then I'm going to give you the some stuff on this. Jack Perry walked onto the ramp. Boo all you want, but it doesn't change a thing. I'm still young, I'm still cashing fat checks, and I'm still banging the hottest girl in this entire place. Now, Toronto, let me ask you a question. Did I turn on Hook, or did everybody turn on me? After everything I've done and given to this place, after being robbed of 2 world championships, you expect me to watch some entitled prick dangle his championship in my face? The funny thing is that belt isn't officially recognized by this company, and that is why I don't recognize you. Hook, you're a fraud. I never needed you. Jungle Hook was special because of me. You were lucky to even stand next to me in the ring. Whether or not that title's officially recognized, Hook, I know what this means to you, and I know what it means to your family, and that it's exactly why I'm going to take it from you. And just for the record, I hear all the chants, Hook, you're going to kill me. Hook, when I get my hands on you, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. FTW champion Hook ran to the ring, and Jack Perry retreated as fast as he could. Jack jumped into an SUV that was waiting for him and sped off away from the Hook, and who had been in a hot pursuit. Now, the jacket and the sunglasses, I'm going to tell you this. As a 90210 fan, I watched the entire series multiple times. The jacket that he was wearing was his father. He wore it in 90210 as Dylan McKay. Also, he paid homage to his father and his, Jason Priestley when he was doing this with his sunglasses. And there were similar sunglasses, which I love. I love how he did that. And I got this. Somebody fucking on TikTok thought that he knew this. No, I knew this. Okay, I'm probably older than this stupid idiot guy that I've been watching 90210, and I was a fucking early teen. Okay, so let's just get that right now. The Outcasts, Ruby Soho, and AEW versus Alexa Nicole. Ruby stomped a mud hole into Nicole. Ruby planted her twice in a row with the slide suplexes. Ruby applied the lockjaw, and Nicole tapped out. That's Dr. Britt Baker's move, DMD move, said Taz. Ruby, Sprayed painted Alexa Nicole with a green L after the match. Ruby. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, was my original opponent tonight, but because your germ-ridden country, Canada, she's sick. Britt, get your head out of the toilet. I want you to look at me. At Arthur Ashe, you said I didn't know who I was, but honestly, I love who I am now. But do you? You are a shell of your former self. You're one of the hardest working people in this building, but do you have fans? Last year, you barely beat me in the finals on your best day. And since we have collectively taken everything away that meant anything to you, and next week I'm going to take away your chance to be a two-time Owen Hart Cup winner away. Main event time. Tornado Tag Team Grudge match. The Paymaker, Chris Jericho versus the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin and the Icon Sting. We need to talk to Tony Schiavone. Okay, this whole thing, it's Sting is very obnoxious and annoying. I swear, it's annoying. Just let's stop this bullshit, okay? Darby went right after Sammy with a shotgun drop kick. Jericho demanded that Sting grab his bat. Sting jousted Jericho with a baseball bat. Sting connected with a stinger splash on Jericho. Sammy rocked Darby with a cutter. Jericho walloped Darby with a chair shot to the back. Sammy flung Darby into the steel steps. Jericho planted Darby spine first on the ring apron. Sammy and Jericho whipped Darby into the steel ring steps. Darby flipped over, then crashed onto the top of the steel guardrail. Darby smashed Sammy with a coffin drop to the outside of the ring. Stinger used his stinger splash on Jericho on the guardrail. Darby and Sting set up two tables side by side on the arena floor. Darby propped up a ladder inside the ring. Sting put Sammy on the tables. Sting climbed up the ladder and jumped, putting Sammy through the tables on the outside of the ring. That was fucking crazy. A 60-year-old man doing this. And fucking Vince McMahon said, "Oh, we're gonna have you retire." He could have been fucking. Sting could have been fucking goddamn The Undertaker's last fucking match. Son of a bitch. This pisses me off to no end. No end. Darby grabbed his skateboard, jumped off the top rope, and smashed onto Jericho. The Paymaker dropped the ladder on Darby's spine. Darby crushed by the ladder once again, said Excalibur. Jericho countered a coffin splash by swinging the skateboard at Darby. Jericho followed up with a Judas effect. Sting grabbed Jericho from behind, but Jericho transitioned into the walls. Sting crawled and grabbed the baseball bat. Sting whacked Jericho with the bat. Jericho was busted wide open. Sting splashed Jericho. Sting attempted a second Stinger splash, but Jericho countered with a code breaker. Sting planted Jericho with a Scorpion Death Drop for a near fall. Jericho attempted the code breaker, but Sting countered with the Scorpion Deathlock, and Jericho tapped. What a match. What a finish to Dynamite, said Excalibur. So next week, they're going to be at the Rogers Place in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Hey, Alyssa. Hey, girl. How are you? Now we're going to go to SmackDown from last week. But please, let's do this now. If you're here, please do me a favor and go like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on the bell for all notifications so when I either go live or upload a video, you'll know about it. Please do me a favor and check me out on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. Mel'S Mat Chat, and check me out on Facebook. Let's get into SmackDown from last week, and then it's getting you out of here. And remember, I'm going live tonight right after SmackDown, so come and join me. I'll get you ready for Money in the Bank, which while I'm going to be going live is because it's going to be the preview predictions, because tomorrow I have to go to my cousin's at her daughter's birthday. So family's first, and I gotta represent, Sorry that I'm gonna have to do that, but it is what it is. I love my family to death, so wrestling has to take a back seat. But don't worry, when I come home on Saturday night, I will be doing the review of Money in the Bank. Brock Lesnar's going to end up there, and he's going to cost uh, Cody Rhodes the match, guaranteed. All right, Money in the Bank, bang. Money in the Bank is coming up, and we have last week SmackDown. SmackDown is set to feature Women's Tag Team Championship unification match as Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler take on Alba Fire and Isla Dawn to unify the main roster and NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. WWE also promoted the Bloodline Civil War as a beginning on SmackDown tonight after Jay aligned with Jimmy Uso against Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa on last week's show. SmackDown also has following matches scheduled: Cameron Grimes versus Baron Corbin, Santos Escobar versus Butch versus LA Knight, Shotzi versus Bailey. It should be interesting to see how things play out. Now, this completely got changed. Vince McMahon it. He vinced it, which I really got pissed because I was looking forward to see Shotzi versus Bailey, but what do I know? SmackDown kicked off with a video recap of the Usos turning on Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa last week after Michael Cole says the Bloodline Civil War starts tonight. The Usos head out to the ring and visibly upbeat in a relieved mood. Jimmy asks Jay how is he feeling right now. Jay says they're about to fight their family. The family is not supposed to do that. Jimmy says that to him, it's obvious he made the perfect choice. Jay says he still loves Roman Reigns. For 3 years, he would do anything for Reigns. Do anything Reigns told him to do. But where Reigns messed up is where he disrespected him and his brother. Jimmy says respect raised them. And once Reigns treated them like they were worth nothing, Reigns is left on the island of relevancy alone. Jay says they can forgive Reigns, but they can't forgive the biggest snake of them all, the one who's on the outside, Paul Heyman. Jimmy asks how Heyman can be respected when he tried to drive a wedge between two brothers. Jay says they're looking at the best tag team in the world. And at Money in the Bank, Reigns and Sikoa will be welcome to the Uso penitentiary. I freaking was thrilled with that. Brock Lesnar will kill Cody Rhodes' momentum. They want Cody Rhodes to have adversity. This is the only way. I don't like it. This shouldn't be happening. This shouldn't have been happening at all. This shit should have had the title involved in it. I don't understand this. Brock Lesnar cannot challenge Roman Reigns for anything right now. So the fucking smart thing is to have Cody Rhodes take the titles, and then you can fucking post. Oh, do I have to do everything in this whole fucking IWC here? Unbelievable. We go to commercial break. We have our first match. This was supposed to be what was it was supposed to be Santos Escobar, Butch, and LA Knight. We're gonna this completely different fucking match. We have Rey Mysterio and versus LA Knight. God, this makes me fucking angry. We come back from commercial with this match. Our opening match kicks off with Knight taking cheap shots at and throwing Mysterio in the corner. Knight Irish whips Mysterio in the corner. Mysterio ducks a lariat and hits a drop kick. Knight dives over the top rope from the apron to hit a shoulder tackle. Mysterio hits a head scissors to launch Knight to the ropes. Mysterio hits the 619, but Knight rolls underneath the ropes. Mysterio hits a baseball slide drop kick and then slides under the bottom rope to hit a splash to Knight on the floor. We come back from commercial break. Our opening match continues live with Knight hitting a neck breaker and then covering for a 2 count. Knight goes for a power bomb, but Mysterio hits a Hurricane Rana. Mysterio hits a senton off the top rope and follows with a crossbody off the middle rope. Knight catches Mysterio off the ropes and hits a power slam. Knight hits an elbow drop and covers for a 2. Mysterio counters Knight to hit a tornado DDT. Mysterio covers for a 2. Mysterio goes for a 619, but Knight grabs Mysterio in the midair. Knight hits Mysterio with a BFT, and Knight covers for a 1-2-3. LA Knight picks up the win. Do you know how Cody Rhodes? Yes, today is the American Nightmare's birthday, and it's also WWE Hall of Famer Snoop Dogg's birthday as well. Happy birthday to both of them. So after the bell, Knight goes for rip the mask off Mysterio before Santos Escobar runs into the ring to make the save. Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman seem working backstage. Solo crosses path with Ridge Holland. The two stare down for a second before Holland keeps walking. Solo grabs Holland and hits a Samoan spike before telling Holland he's not in the mood tonight before walking away. Heyman looks down at Holland in concern before telling his phone to call Roman Reigns. We come back from commercial. SmackDown returns with Adam Pearce and WWE official checking on Ridge Holland. Holland tells someone to get Paul Heyman. Sheamus demands a match with Solo tonight. Pearce says he's handling it, and Sheamus says that's not good enough for him. Sheamus walks out to the ringside area and demands Sikoa to come out and face him tonight in the ring. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler make their way out to the ring for their upcoming unification match, with Raquel Rodriguez sitting at ringside for the match. So we have the Women's Tag Team Championship unification match. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, which is the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, versus Alba Fire and Ada Dorn, which is the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. The match begins with Fire and Baszler in the ring. Fire slaps Baszler in the face and follows up with an elbow strike before Dawn tags in. Rousey tags herself in the match and kicks Dawn in the stomach before hitting series of arm drags takedowns. Rousey taunts Dawn and Dawn hits a kick to the face. Fire tags back in the match and hits an elbow strike after spinning Rousey around on the mat. Dawn takes out Baszler on the apron. Fire hits a running Meteora and covers Baszler, but Baszler runs in to break it up. Fire lifts Rousey on her shoulders, and Dawn goes up top, but Baszler shoves her off the top rope, which allows to break free and slam Fire down. The title unification match continues, coming back from commercial break, with Fire hitting a series of strikes to Rousey down on the mat. Rousey counters and locks Fire in the ankle lock. Dawn gets up on one foot and hits an enziguri. Baszler tags in and knocks Dawn off the rope to prevent the tag. Baszler goes for the ankle, but Fire kicks free and makes the tag to Dawn, who runs in and hits a lariat, a big kick to the head. Dawn goes to the top rope and hits a meteor and covers for a 2. Rousey hits a kick to the midsection with the referee distracted. Baszler locks in the Karafuda clutch. Fire drives off the top rope to break the hold. Fire hits a tope suicida to Rousey and gets on the apron to tag back in. Eventually, Baszler locks Fire in the Karafuda clutch as Rousey locks Dawn in the armbar. Both Fire and Dawn tap out, and to a very negative crowd. They wanted the Fire and Dawn to win. So they are the new unified champions. After the bell, Rousey taunts Raquel Rodriguez as she's walking to the back. Rodriguez turns around and she says she wants a rematch for their titles and they never lost. Baszler asks Rodriguez who is we, and who we is, and then comes out returning Liv Morgan, who enters the ring with Rodriguez to stare down Rousey and Baszler. We come back from commercial break, returns with Grayson Waller in the ring for tonight's edition of the Grayson Waller Effect. Waller welcomes his guests, Kit Wilson and Elton Prince, Pretty Deadly. Prince says their favorite talk show, and that is much better than the KO show. Waller says it's nice to have come guests with actual style on the show. Waller says they have had so much success already on SmackDown, and next week in their home country, they will challenge Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the tag team champions. Prince says Zayn and Owens have not given them the respect they deserve. No, because they don't deserve any respect. Prince says that they should have been nothing surprising that Zayn that will be they will become the number one contenders. Prince says him and Wilson have been on the same page since they arrived to WWE, unlike Zayn and Owens can be. Waller says he is not impressed that last week they beat the five best tag teams in one night. No. Nope. That's all a lie. Wilson says it was a grueling and brutal match, and they run down every other team in the match, while saying they beat them more obnoxiously every time to glorious heel heat. Pretty Deadly are interrupted by the Street Profits. Ford says they will properly introduce themselves to Pretty Deadly in the ring as tag team match is scheduled. After the commercial break, the match begins with Ford and Wilson in a lockup. Ford gets a side headlock takedown. Wilson goes for a shoulder tackle, but Ford stays on his feet. Dawkins tags in and hits a shoulder tackle to Wilson. Prince tags in and hits a leg drop as Wilson hits a splash. Prince goes on top and dives, but Dawkins counters with a uppercut. Ford tags back in and hits a dropkick and then a knife edge chop. Prince charged forward, but Dawkins pulls the top rope and sends Prince crashing outside. Ford and Dawkins both dive over the top rope and to take out Wilson and Prince. Come back from commercial break. We have Ford hitting Wilson with a back elbow on the corner. Wilson hits a headbutt, but Dawkins counters and slams Wilson off the top. Dawkins and Prince tag in. Dawkins hits a corkscrew elbow and then an enziguri. Dawkins puts Prince on his shoulders and tags Ford in. Ford and Dawkins hit a double team power slam, and Ford covers, but Wilson breaks it up at 2. Dawkins tags back in. Prince gets a roll up and puts his feet on the ropes, and Wilson holds his feet in place to allow Prince get the 3. Winner's Pretty Deadly. Charlotte Flair makes her way out to the ring for the next match. Charlotte wasn't even supposed to be on. So she's going to be facing Lacey Evans. We come back from commercial break with a lockup. Charlotte hits a shoulder tackle off the drop down. Charlotte steps over Evans and kicks her in the face. Charlotte hits a series of chops and goes for a power slam, but Evans escapes and shoves Charlotte in the corner before slamming Charlotte to the mat by her hair. Evans goes for a moonsault, but Charlotte rolls out of the way. Charlotte throws Evans face first in the corner before hitting a fallaway slam and hitting the Andrade El Idolo pose, the Tranquilo, on the mat, hitting a big boot. Charlotte then locks in a figure 8 and Evans submits. Lacey Evans, she's using the Sergeant Slaughter gimmick, and he's not happy. Don't fucking piss the guy off. I don't understand why was the whole thing. They should have asked if they were going to go do this, and I even said start doing this in NXT, but I don't know any better, right? I'm just a 41-year-old woman that talks fucking wrestling on YouTube. I've been watching wrestling since I'm 3 fucking months old. I've been through the ringer with WWE, ECW, and WCW. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about, okay? After the bell, before Charlotte can even release the hold, Asuka runs in the ring and kicks Charlotte in the head before hitting Charlotte with a series of strikes before leaving the ring. Solo makes his way out to the ring with Paul Heyman for the main event. We go to commercial break. Back live, Bianca Belair's talking to Adam Pearce backstage. Pierce questioned what Belair would do if Asuka and Charlotte attack her during the match next week. Pierce said there's a lot at stake for next week's match, and he has no choice but to bar her from ringside, but ensures she will get a chance to go face to face with the champion. Belair is annoyed and calls out Pierce for not getting her fair shot before leaving the room. Solo Sikoa versus Sheamus. The match begins with Sheamus and Sikoa throwing hard punches at each other back and forth. Sheamus goes for a bro kick, but Solo rolls out of the ring. Sheamus follows outside with a lariat before throwing Sikoa back in the ring. Solo dives Sheamus to the corner and Solo punches Sheamus in his lower back. Sheamus goes to the top rope and hits a diving lariat to Sikoa. Sheamus counters a hip toss and plants Sikoa to the mat with a lariat. Sikoa rolls to the apron and Sikoa hits a back elbow strike. Sheamus follows to the apron and goes for a backbreaker, but Solo escapes and shoves Sheamus into the ring post. Solo then hits Sheamus with a Samoan drop to the mat. We go to commercial break. Our main event continues with Sikoa going for Umaga Splash, but Sheamus powers out of the corner and hits a lariat. Sheamus hits a running lariat in the corner and follows with a power slam. Sheamus then hits an Irish curse and Solo rolls out to the apron. Sheamus grabs Sikoa and slowly hits with the 10 beats of the Bataram. Sheamus goes for the bro kick, but Solo counters with a super kick. Sheamus bounces off the ropes and hits Sikoa with a running knee. Sheamus hits Sikoa and hits with a white noise and covers up for a 2. Sheamus goes for a Celtic Cross, but Solo breaks free and hits a Samoan spike to knock Sheamus out of the ring. Sikoa follows out with and plants Sheamus on the announce table with a power slam. Sikoa places Sheamus against the barricade, and Sikoa hits the Umaga Splash to Sheamus to cause them both to crash through the barricade. The referee follows outside to check on Sheamus and calls for the bell, and it's a no contest. So we go through this whole fucking rigmarole just to call it a no contest. So then after this, the WWE officials come out to check on Sheamus. Solo assaults WWE officials in a fit of rage. The Usos come out to the ring. Jimmy and Jay attack Sikoa and take him out with a double super kick as Heyman looks on in shock. Down goes off the air with the Usos staring down Paul Heyman, who stands outside the ring before turning back and hitting Sequoia with another double super kick, and then the double Uso splash. And that is it. That's it for the whole freaking thing. Um, Again, I will be going live tonight, right after SmackDown, for the preview and predictions of Money in the Bank. I will give you my picks, and we're going to go from there. Tomorrow's going to be a fucking day filled with wrestling. We're going to have what's in my face? Money in the Bank, and then we're going to have Collision, which I hear is taped. I'm trying to stay off freaking social media to find out, because I would like to watch that maybe after I do the review for Money in the Bank. Review for the Money in the Bank. Please do me a favor while you're here. Please like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the bell for all notifications, so when I go live or upload a video, you know about it. Remember, tonight I'm going to go right live for preview and predictions for Money in the Bank. Please go check out the rest of my content on the channel. We have the review of The Forbidden Door. You'll be having this and much more. Please go check out everything there. Please do me a favor. Also, check out Harry's.com. Go check out Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com. Go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. Go check out Deathwish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. Please go check out HOG Wrestling at hogwrestling.net. And please check my social media is Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, and TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. Go check all of them out, and please go check my Facebook page. I just want to make a quick announcement. I have made a decision, and I know that there's a little market out there for it, and I'm going to take, I'm going to take the leap of faith. I'm going to start planning. I'm going to be opening an OnlyFans account. It's extra money. If it's an extra $500 a month, I'll be thrilled. If it's an extra whatever amount of money, I can use that, put it towards my Amazon account, and then I don't have to worry about anything. I can basically use and shop there. I don't have to go out anywhere, and it comes to my door. But I'm also going to be working on a wish list. So that's going to be. I'm going to try to put it on my Twitter and all my social media and everything like that. So if you guys want to contribute, or you want to send me a wonderful gift out of the goodness of your heart, you can. So I want everybody to have a great Friday, have a great weekend. I will see you tonight, and then I will see you tomorrow evening for the review. So have a great day. I love you all, and I'll see you tonight. Bye-bye.